Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shelby. This is Armors and Arrows. Today I have End and Review Homeschool Year 2018-2019 for my child's first grade year. But first, if you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you have not already, and giving this video a big thumbs up. That really helps me out. I am Shelby. I have 4 kids ranging from 7 months to 6 years old, and yeah, I make videos about, I do some hauls, some cooking videos, homeschool videos, blindness related videos, chicken videos because I got chickens. And anyways, if any of that interests you, please stick around. I would love to have you. So let's get started. So I did some videos throughout the year of homeschool updates. I will have those linked below. And let's start with gospel studies. So we started using Come Follow Me, put out by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because that's what church we go to. And it's focusing on the New Testament. And we started that in January, and it goes to December, and then we'll start the Book of Mormon. That has been going really well. We use that as, we do that all together as a family with my husband and all of us, and that has been working really well. The kids have been learning a lot from it, and they actually ask to read scriptures. We've been doing the Articles of Faith. I had been on a search for Articles of Faith cards, and I finally found them when we went on our vacation to Utah at the Deseret Book, and I got them, and I did not even bring them in here to show you. But I had been on a search for those because we're learning those, and I have an idea for what I want to do with them as we learn them. I could have made them, but let's be honest, I haven't made them yet, and I wanted them for like a year, so I just purchased them. So memorizing Articles of Faith is going really well. Let's talk about math. So we used the Level K math from The Good and the Beautiful, and I really like it. I'm not gonna lie, I was really intimidated by it at first. Like, let's be honest, I was really intimidated. I think that's the right word. It just had so many manipulatives and things like that, and not that that's a bad thing, but I was like, how am I gonna keep these separate? How am I gonna help him? Because I can't see exactly what is what and all that. I was really intimidated by it. And so we got into it, we've done it. We really liked the math program. We didn't do every lesson in it. If he knew it, I just kind of brushed over it, and then we moved on to the next lesson. We could get 4 or 5 lessons done in a day in that, and he really enjoyed it. We also did life, you know, just math throughout life without sitting in front of a book. We talked about, you know, how to make 1/4 out of a whole, how to make 1/2, 1/3, etc. Different things like that. And we just did math in real life. Language arts, we used the Level K primer from The Good and the Beautiful, and then we started the Level K. We really liked the Level K primer. It had fun cutting activities, and my son doesn't like to really cut, so I would have to gently encourage him to do that, and he would do it and be fine, whatever. So one complaint he had about the Level K primer was it had B and D recognition and how to tell them apart. Well, my husband was deployed, and so we were doing a B and D lesson, and my child just broke down crying, and I was like, what is going on? Why? What is the matter? And he said, the D makes me think of Daddy, and Daddy's not here. So we would just kind of have to skim over the B and D recognition things, and I think that was okay. That was fine with me, and it worked out. He's fine. And now if B and D recognition comes up, we're able to do it, and we'll be fine. So we really like the Level K primer. The Level K is working really well. He is going through it really quickly, and he is catching on to it. The Level K reader is with it, and he's able to read the first section of that. We also have the beginner box books from The Good and the Beautiful. Box A and Box B, those are the only ones that are out at this time. And he is able to read those good. So he is reading really well and picking up on that. Science and history, we just did his own interests. And like I said, we got chickens back in March. And so it's been fun to watch them grow, talk about the changes that they go through, and they're going to start preparing to lay eggs. And we've talked about different, you know, we went up on our trip, and so we would talk about mountains and volcanoes and different things like that. And he just seems to soak everything in and just wants to do more and more and more. So science and history were his own leads. And for Read-Alouds, we finished Where the Red Fern Grows, like back in March, and both of us cried at the end. It was so sad. And he just sat in my lap for like 30 minutes. He was just listening to the book, and he would just seem like he was fine, and then it finished and he came and got in my lap and just cried and cried and cried. And I still cry as an adult at the end of that book, so I don't blame him, but it was really sad. And then we watched the movie and he cried. And then he wanted to start the book all over again, and he's watched the movie since then, and it made him cry again. I'm glad to see that he has emotion, and yeah, so Read-Alouds are going well. I know I mentioned that in one or two of my homeschool updates that the first semester of the year didn't go as I had planned. I had big plans for history, science, for everything, but I should have been more realistic about that because I was by myself, and I don't know what I was thinking, if I was thinking that I would be able to do everything plus all the kids plus keep up on the house 24/7 while my husband was deployed. So we had to take a step back and really just focused on reading, our language arts, and math, and that's fine. He, I feel like, learned a lot of life skills in the first semester, and then the second semester went really well for academics. He has just really blossomed with just different life skills, responsibility, maturity. I guess you could say he's just really matured in the last few months, and it's been really cool to see that in him. So I was down on myself a little bit before about not finishing everything and doing everything that I wanted in the first semester, but I came to the realization, like, that's okay. He's gonna be fine. Like, we're catching him up. Not that there's really a behind in homeschool, but he's, you know, catching up, as people would put it, and doing really well. I feel like I didn't write any notes, so I'm just saying whatever I say. And the second semester, you know, we did a lot of work, and I didn't work him to death. Like, it would only be like 20 or 30 minutes of language arts from his course book, and then, you know, the sight words and spelling and things like that. If he wanted to do more, then we certainly would do more, but if he didn't, then we wouldn't. If I would follow his cues, and if it was just too much, or I could tell he was just having a really hard time, then we would stop and continue on the next day. So just be okay with when life doesn't go as planned. Just give yourself grace and keep moving forward, and remember to put Christ in your homeschool first. That is one thing that if we didn't get anything else done, we would get scriptures and prayers and things like that. And if you put Christ first in your homeschool, everything else will plan out. Anyways, that's what I have to say for this update. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.